Are not two sparrows sold for a penny? And not one of them will fall to the ground apart from your Father.
It's very easy to be afraid of the wrong things. Matthew 10:16-33 is all about fear. Jesus clearly says that persecution will come. It'll be brutal and costly, even deadly. But that his disciples are not to be anxious or to buckle amidst the onslaught. If Jesus was treated thus, then his followers will be opposed also. Jesus' exhortation then continues about right and wrong fear. The teaching is clear that the worst men can do to you is take your life. So do not be afraid of them. God is the one to be feared, because God is sovereign over everything, including your eternal destiny in heaven or hell. To show God's sovereign care and control, Jesus then illustrates by pointing to a pair of house sparrows, the smallest birds purchased in pairs with the smallest coin. Passer domesticus, seen everywhere, cherished nowhere. The most mundane bird imaginable. And Jesus' point? God is in such sovereign control of the universe that a single sparrow doesn't die without God's knowledge and sign off. Not one falls to the ground apart from God the Father. That is an incredible amount of sovereignty. Just think about it for a minute. You need to know that the whereabouts and hunger level of every cat in the world to make that statement. You need to know the whereabouts and hunting ground of every sparrowhawk in the world. You need to know the flight path of every sparrow and the transparency level of every pane of glass in the world. You also need to be aware of the age and health of every sparrow and a million more variables beside. Jesus' statement leaves little room to be afraid of anything other than God himself. Not only is he in sovereign control of absolutely everything, including your eternal destiny, but he is in such sovereign control that no persecution, opposition, or obstruction happens outside of his knowledge or without his permission. Fear wrongly, and everything is scary. Fear rightly, and there is nothing to be afraid of. Just in case we thought this was mechanistic and uncaring, a verse later, Jesus says, "You are of much more value than many sparrows." Not only is God in sovereign control of everything, he sovereignly cares for us, his people.
Are not two sparrows sold for a penny? And not one of them will fall to the ground apart from your Father. Matthew 10, verse 29.